is on a meteoric rise that could take it to as high $1,650 to $2,900. By the end of 2024, get ready for a big financial break. These claims aren't just shocking. They're based on a major event, the coming out of an XRP ETF. Think about this: BlackRock, the huge financial company that made a Bitcoin ETF did very well, is now applying its impressive track record to XRP. BlackRock's move into XRP is a big deal because almost every ETF plan they've sent in has been approved. There's more, though. BlackRock isn't the only one making waves. More Thing has joined the game. Grayscale. They have not only suggested an XRP ETF, but they have also added XRP to their collection of cryptocurrency. This shows how XRP and Ripple Labs are becoming more important in the world of foreign transactions. High money side Fang, ready for an amazing. It's really easy to enter the giveaway. Just do these 3 easy things. So make sure you're ready and tuned in to make sure you get into the giveaway. Don't forget to leave a code for MoneySide in the comments. Right now, new in the exciting world of XRP today. When you look at the numbers more closely, it's clear that BlackRock's has a great track record when it comes to approving ETFs. BlackRock's move into cryptocurrencies and Web3 marks a major change in how traditional finance views digital currencies. BlackRock's is the world leader in asset management. Their almost perfect track record of approving ETFs shows how well they know to navigate the financial market. Remember that BlackRock's has an amazing 99.8% approval rate for ETFs, which makes them an unbeatable force in the ETF world. It's important big banks like JP Morgan and BlackRock have not only been looking at XRP, they've also been actively buying it. Reports, including a paper that got out, say that these big companies have put more than 7.5% of their entire wealth into XRP. A recent well-researched article even suggested that BlackRock's might be switching its entire focus from Bitcoin to XRP, which would be a big change in how they spend their money. This move shows that people are becoming more interested in XRP, which makes the idea of a BlackRock-backed XRP ETF more likely than ever. Now, though, things get even more interesting. Someone new has come into the XRP story. Fact that there is an XRP ETP. No one knows who made this ETP, but the fact that it exists is a key step toward an ETF. Reports say that the XRP ETP has been launched, but it's still in the pre-release process and has no value. It should be revealed any day now. There's more people are talking about the possibility of launching an XRP ETF at the same time as the ETP. This simultaneous release not only makes sense, but it also shows how quickly work is progressing on the ETF. Could come out just a few weeks after Bitcoin ETF does. To put this in perspective, especially since Bitcoin went from $0 to $43, 0 before its ETF start. The potential for XRP is huge. XRP's value could go through the roof once its ETF hits the market, going up to $1,650. Listen up, because this isn't as crazy as it sounds, since the XRP ETP has already gone live. An XRP ETF will be possible in just a few weeks. Many people don't know this, but Fidelity, a giant in the financial world, has publicly released the exchange product for XRP. This means that things are moving quickly toward the start of an XRP ETF. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission is expected to give its approval soon. We even talked about a newly published piece yesterday. The news came from a report that was leaked from BlackRock and said that an XRP ETF might be coming soon. This report showed that an ETF filing for XRP was about to happen. Make things even more exciting, a top BlackRock expert confirmed in public that a BlackRock ETF would be launched just for XRP. They even talked about the iShares XRP Trust in an ATTF report. At first I wasn't sure about this, but checked it out myself. And sure enough, it's on the Delaware list of corporations online. This new development changes everything, and it shows how close we are to seeing a huge change in XRP's market position. Possibly even bigger than the changes we've seen with Bitcoin's ETF. A big change in the crypto world has been made clear by new study. BlackRock, CK, and JP Morgan have both bought more than 7.5 million XRP, which shows that big companies are getting involved. With cryptocurrency, BlackRock CK is leading the way by not only holding on to a lot of XRP, but also using the XRP system in their business, and most importantly moving forward with the public launch of an XRP ETF. There is a very good chance that BlackRock CK will approve the XRP ETF. They have almost a perfect track record of doing. So you can't say enough about how much an XRP ETF changes its value. This is why a 9,131.00 gold price for XRP, which may seem high at first, starts to make sense when you look at all the important events that are about to happen. Take a look when you think about the huge amounts. XRP is setting itself up to become a major player in global debt trades. It's possible for $180 to $1. $3 quadrillion move through the XRP ledger, with ISDA being the main driver. Along with this, the BRICS countries, including Saudi Arabia, are all adding the XRP ledger to their systems. Also, the Republic of Palau is using the XRP ledger to build its central bank digital currency. This is a traditional case of high-volume demand and limited supply. So it makes sense that the value of each XRP coin would go through the roof. This is a subject that's been getting a lot of attention lately. Some people think that my excitement about XRP is just a dream. Okay, so maybe they're right. But let me say this, I really want to accept opium. As I take a deep breath, roll it up into a big ball and light it up. It's really strong stuff. I really believe in hope. It keeps you going, especially when things are bad, and you're barely hanging on. No problem if you don't believe in hope and think it's all just wishful thought. I don't see a problem with that. Help each other out. That's what I tell myself. We're not about dropping pieces into a void, so anything less feels like that. We're here to keep things calm. And since we're talking about good things, I love how interesting the talks are, and how challenging the views are that everyone has. It makes your mind work really hard. A good point was made about organizations. And, XRP. XRP doesn't have to be bought by them. You could also lease it. That's an interesting thought, isn't it? So I had an interesting thought. What would happen if XRP was only bought by regular people? I looked into this more and even asked ChatGPT how many transactions happen every day on the SWIFT system. The number was over $7 trillion, which counts foreign trade. It doesn't count the derivatives market, which is worth quadrillions, smart contracts, non-fungible tokens, NFTs, or tokenized assets like real estate. Now think about how XRP might be used in all of these areas. Let's focus on foreign trade, which is where SWIFT works. Take that 7 trillion, 0 cents and cut it in half. What do you think would happen if XRP